guys, how's everyone doing? We're nearly towards the end of 2023. Just a few more hours left. And what a year this year has been, eh? I heard this year has been quite challenging, tough year for a lot of people. And of course, it has been a fantastic year for quite a few people. And even if somebody has gone through the tough situation, they still had a great time, I'm sure. And this includes myself as well, because 2023 has been a tough year for me personally. And the reason I am doing this video and I would like to share a couple of major incidents is because not as a reason as a sob story or a crib story, but there were some major lessons which I have learned out of these incidents, and I would like to share them because, as I've mentioned, we're all going through something in our life and traveling in a similar boat. And when something happens or unexpected happens or things just don't happen the way we wanted, it's a natural reaction for us to just hold on to or look into the negative aspects of it, but there's always a positive lesson which we can learn from it. And that's why I would like to share this. So even if it's one person who can relate or resonate or can relate to this, and you say like, oh yeah, that's actually true, it doesn't have to be the same situation, it could be something similar, but if somebody can take it out of this video, then that's a win situation for me, and that's why I would like to share this experience. Before starting on to these two incidents, I would just like to share the great stuff happened in 2023 for me as well. Yes, this year I have traveled a lot. I think I've traveled like 6 or 7 countries just this year, and they're all like far distances, like in Europe and America, and so it was just great travel year for me, like loads of experiences, loads to explore, and it was a fantastic year. But cut short, and on the other hand, I've had 2 major incidents, like, accidents, just this year, one at the beginning of the year and one at the end of the year. What a way to begin and what a way to end, eh? So at the beginning of the year, I've fractured my right arm, and the recovery period was quite some time, and my life sort of went on a pause, and I became quite dependent on my family because right arm being my dominant arm, I could not do much without my right arm, even the simplest chores, like using a fork and a knife, it became a task. So anything which required both the hands to be used, no, I was not able to do it. So I became very dependent, and my life went on a pause, and I was just like, what is going on? But I still learned a lesson out of it, which I'm going to be sharing. And towards the end of it, by the time I recovered, and I'm like, okay, fine, slowly, and then boom, towards the end of the year, I had a major car crash happened. I mean, when I think about it, it's still scary. But all I can say is I'm just grateful, and it is just a miracle that I am here alive, being able to share that experience, and I am talking a lesson which I learned out of it, because the way the car crash happened, it was unrecognizable. I was not able to recognize my own car. It was that bad, and the car was just smashed, let's put it that way. And yeah, I don't know how, but touch wood, not that I'm complaining, and I'm just grateful, that I am here alive. It's an absolute miracle. So from these 2 incidents, what could be the possible lesson which I could have possibly learned? These are like life-changing experiences. Yes, they are life-changing experiences, and yes, I went into the zone as well, I went into a shock as well. But then again, when I reflected upon it, the first thing was being grateful towards your life, the life you're living, because when we are going through a situation or when we are in our own zone, we just tend to have this thought, or this thought would have crossed our minds at some point in time in our life, including myself. I'm no saint here, or I'm not just sitting here preaching. I'm a human at the end of the day, and I have my own emotions, and this has happened, when I was in my own zone as well. The thought that comes across in our mind is, what is the purpose of this life? Why am I even here? Why am I even living? Why am I even here for? All those frustration thoughts, all those talks of disappointment because you're so disappointed because something did not happen the way you wanted it to happen, or something just, drastically happened. So we've all thought that. But then when the car accident happened, when my car crashed, my car was filled with air from the airbags, right? So my car was just filled with smoke, and for the first couple of minutes, all I saw was smoke. And the first thing which came in my mind was, am I alive or am I dead? Is this heaven? Because, it was just smoky, and that's what we've seen in TVs, right? If you see smoke, oh, it's just heaven. So that's the scene I was in, and I was just pushed against my airbag, and I couldn't breathe, and all I saw was smoke, and I was like, I hope I'm not dead. Like, please don't tell me I'm dead. Is this heaven? Am I just gone? Have I just gone like that? That's the first thing which came in my mind. I did not care about my past. I did not care about who hurted me, who betrayed me, or who weighed me down, or who pulled me back in my life. I didn't care anything about my past. I didn't give a damn about my future. What were my goals? Nothing. I cared about that moment. I cared about my life. I just didn't want it to... I was just hoping that I am not dead. Please don't tell me I'm dead. I hope I'm alive. I cared about my life. So yes, being grateful for your life, because we are so ungrateful towards our own life. We have never really thought about it. Sometimes we don't think about it. We just don't realize how beautiful and how lucky we are to be able to live this life and experience the world, get to see the world. We just take it for granted. We are so busy playing the blame game, or even including myself, we have said like, oh, this person is so ungrateful. We are so ungrateful towards our own self, our own life. How many people have realized this, So be grateful for the life you're living. Not everybody gets to live the life. And I am so grateful that I'm able to live the life post the crash, the same life. Nothing major happened, but I do have some internal injuries, but which are getting treated for, But it's not a life-changing, tragic. It could have been tragic, it could have been fatal, but touch wood, I am just grateful that pre-crash and post-crash, I am able to sit like in one piece, That is a very big thing. So yeah, be grateful for your life. The second thing is be grateful for the health, As I said, like when I had my arm fracture or post the crash, I do have internal injuries with the fractured arm. As I said, my life went on a pause, You do get a lot of symptoms, That's when you reflect upon, you're like, oh my God, you just don't realize, or you just never be grateful or thankful that how healthy you were previously, we all have something going on, but we just don't realize it. Like, being able to breathe normally, that is a privilege, but we underestimate it. It's an understatement, right? So being healthy, health is your next priority. You need to be able to be healthy for you to look after yourself. Yes, your loved ones can look after you, but then they cannot work on your body. Like, your body needs to be healthy enough for it to be able to cope, And as I said, when the car crash happened, my body went into a shock. I felt like I was paralyzed. And that's when I realized, like, the amount of trauma our body takes on our own behalf, that we put a lot of things to our body, like mentally and physically. And let that be anything from including the amount of chemicals, like let that be from a makeup to the biggest cosmetic surgeries, and the trauma, the physical trauma and the mental trauma, but we take it for granted. We take our body for granted. But the amount of things the body takes on for us. So look after your health. You need to be healthy for you to be able to do whatever you wanted to do, So that is your next priority. Number 3 is your family, your loved ones, Again, we all take them for granted, their existence for granted, We hardly spend time with them. We want to be cool. We want to be that cool person. We spend most of our time with our friends or the society, or, we want to like mingle. We want to gel in, or we want to be fitting in some box. We don't even know what box it is, but we want to be fitting in some box. But we always overlook the family. We hardly spend time with them, or we take them for granted. And the biggest mistake we all do is we don't share that or show that we love them, like deliberately show them, like through verbally or through physically, giving them a hug or saying like, oh, I love you, like, I missed you. We don't do that with our parents, especially our parents, or if you have siblings, like the siblings, or maybe like if you have a partner, obviously, if they've earned that. But with parents, yes, it's default. They will always be there for you, and they've always been there for you. But we are like, yeah, they'll be there for us. Yeah, but it's not their duty, but they are doing it for us. They're making the choice. But why don't we give that back to them? So yes, spend a lot of time with your family. Show them that you love them, you know. You tell your partner, or you tell like someone else, or you want to impress someone. You're like, oh, you know, you do things for someone else, but you always let the person who loves you the most down. We always let them down. Don't, please don't, you know, because it hurts a lot. Like, you know, when it's the same hurt that when you're getting it, you're feeling it, it's the same hurt you're giving it to them as well. So spend a lot of time with them. Show them you love them. You never ever make them feel that you don't care about them. Never make them feel or want you or beg for you to message them. No, it's just a message. They're just a phone call away. Just say and say, hey, how are you doing? How's your health? You know, that changes their mood. That gives them happiness. So give that happiness to your family, especially your parents. It's never too late, you know. If you care about them, show them. It's not rocket science. The fourth one is, I mean, it's not really a fourth one, it's actually a sub one, you know. Like how I'm showing saying show love to your loved ones, you get to see the real ones who exist in your life as well. It doesn't matter if it's a friend or a colleague or like, you know, a loved one. It doesn't matter how long you've known them or how short you've known them. You know, you get to see their true colors. Just because you know somebody for a long period of time doesn't mean they are going to be there for you when you needed them. And just because you know someone for a short period of time, that doesn't mean like they will not show up. You know, the real people, they will be shown to you. Their true colors will come off, you know, their masks will fall off. So when, instead of asking, oh my god, why did they not care about me, or why is this the person, just don't overthink it, you know. Just get to see the real person, because if somebody doesn't care, it just simply means they just don't care. Don't overthink it. Don't try to analyze why don't they care. It just means they just don't care. They have never told that to you before, but now it's the situation for them to show you, but they do not want to give that the least effort to you, you know. So if they're showing, if their mask is falling off, do not help them wear that mask back again. It's not your responsibility. All you got to do is just watch, you know. And this has happened to me as well, and that's exactly why I'm saying there is no point in being empathetic. If somebody does not care, they just don't care. It's just them, right? And the other thing is live in the present. Yes, I know something past has happened, past hurts, there is a baggage which we are all dragging along. No, it's okay. It's time to let go of that past. And with the future, yes, it's good to have an ambition, and you need to lay your foundation, and you need to take the steps. It's one step at a time. You know, there is just certain things that you can do to move towards the future, but just do not just overthink it. Just don't keep on fascinating it, and which means you skip the present. Live in the present moment, because as the word suggests, present, it is a gift for you to be able to live this moment and witness this moment and witness this part of the life. Because a couple of minutes before the crash, I didn't know that I was going to be in a crash. All of a sudden, boom, a car just came and drove into me. That's how unfortunate it was. I was just in my lane in the motorway. The other person just came and crashed into me by losing the control. So I didn't know that was going to happen. So life is precious. Live in that moment. Cherish every moment, because you don't know what's going to happen the next minute. Because as the phrase, life is too short. Yes, I have literally witnessed it, and I've come out of it. As I said, all I can say is I am just grateful to have experienced that. It's like life has given me a second chance. It literally showed me all those quotes I have been seeing, or all those phrases which I've been hearing, you know, life is too short, live in the present moment. Yes, it's easy to read through, but yes, I literally experienced it. And all I'm seeing this one as, life has given me a second chance to implement this and live my life accordingly, you know. So, and that's exactly why I would like to share my experience, even though it's a personal thing for me, which happened in me, and there's a lot of thing which I have to process, like mentally and physically. But I thought, these are great lessons, and even if it's one person who can resonate or who can take that as a lesson, you know, I would be absolutely happy. And that's exactly why I am sharing this. I know this has been a very long video. I do apologize, but then, as I said, there is a lot to get through. So yes, be grateful for your life. Be grateful for your health. Look after your health. Live your life. Take care of your parents, take care of your loved ones, show them you love them. Do not let them hang in there and just worry what's happening. Or some people even don't even know if they mean anything to them. No, never put them in that situation. Please show love if you really care for them. The fourth thing is, if somebody does not care, it just simply means they just don't care. Let the toxic people, the toxins, flush themselves out. Do not try to hold on to it. You have held enough. It's fine. Let them go. You do not need such people in your life. And live in the moment, live in the present moment, and have a goal and look after yourself. Life is beautiful, guys, and trust me. So that's all I would like to say. Thank you for watching this video if you're still watching this video. And all I would like to say is, I love you guys. Keep that hard work going on. We are all in the same boat, but we're all going to be stronger day by day, and that's exactly what we are doing here. And I'll catch you guys all at the New Year's. Take care. Bye-bye for now, and enjoy your New Year's Eve party. Bye-bye.